Hey kids, Inverted Calc here, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Yes, the game's paused. There is something I'm going to show you as soon as I unpause the game. I have here a military mine leader, and it is under 4 kilometers away from my build, where I'm building here. This is a completely unarmed build, and that's getting way way too close for my comforts. So I'm kind of in scramble mode here. I can't hear myself think. There we go. Number 3, 2, 1, down. Okay, I want to get down close to where I'm building. I don't know if it will just fly past, fly around, activate a warning beacon, or what it does anymore. But let's just say I want to have some guns nearby. Because I don't want to end up being in combat. Did it just it just poofed. It poofered. Okay. Well, okay, false alarm. So, welcome back to Space Engineers. I am working on the garbage scow here. As you can see, it has developed into not much more than a box with a box. But it's a box with a heck of an entrance. That's right. I've called it the garbage scow. And I have built here is a basically a collector. I can fly up to stuff and bump it right into this room. The idea being, of course, to pull it into these collection tubes here or into these grinders, depending on what I have coming in. Do I remember to turn those things off, or are they still hot? Okay, they're off. Now what I am going to do yet is I'm going to put a who's it on here? I have to put a thing for collecting all this crap, but I want to put a gravity generator on here as well, so that it will form a gravity well that will just basically pull stuff straight into these grinders when it's turned on. The whole idea of this, of course, is to go after all these stupid unknown signals. I should be able to literally fly up, pull this thing in, close the doors, jump out, hit the button, get whatever the little bonus dealie is, jump back in the thing, go back into the cockpit, and turn on the grinders and just literally chew the thing up. And it shouldn't matter if it is one with thrusters or one with, whatever. It's going to be caught, it's going to be ground, and I'm going to get the free goodies from it. That's kind of where we're at. I haven't done anything else to this, as you can see. Building slowly, of course. I've had to make 2 or 3 trips over to an iron deposit to get some ore. I'm going to grab these and those. Actually, I wanted 100. There we go. Was that a rock or is that another piece of debris? Okay, it's a rock. I haven't laid out any of the thrusters or any of the other good stuff on here. It's basically just, this is what I've been working towards. 5, 1. Okay, armored block. Oh, again. Of course, here's where I really miss with Elion was the ability to drag and drop entire stretches of almost that's been close enough. Okay. Drag and drop entire stretches of blocks. I know some people will build in creative mode just so they can do that. I have never been a very good creative mode builder. Sometimes I will. Do I need anything else on the inside of this, or should I just close it up? I think I can safely close it up now. And yes, it's still all heavy armored block for this room, this chamber. Except for the floor, those are just standard standard blocks. The reason for that, of course, is some of those probes, unknown signal probes, there is 1 or 2 of them that actually explode. Not too keen on having them explode on me. There we go. Okay, that should be those. And we go to 2. There we go. I need number 6. Junctions. There we go. Tube coming in. That's number 9. Well, that's never a good sign when you're already. What are we running low on here now? Motors, construction components. Oh, I bet you it's displays again. No, they shouldn't need displays. Computers, small tubes. Number 9. Make sure those are off. for the most part, all I've been doing is shuttling stuff back and forth between the two like this. Occasionally I'll go dock the little ship up here back to the base and just load up I'm sure there's a way to convince it to load and fill the cargo boxes and not keep trying to count what's in there. But yeah, I don't know. It's working, which is all that really matters. It's kind of tedious. It's kind of annoying. I got to do everything by hand or by. Like I can't automate as much as I would hope to, but that's okay. I will get by. I'm not sure on these gravity generators exactly how to work them correctly, but I think that's the way they work. These ones, they sit this way, and then you can make a field. I have to look up making the field for them. Still need to remember to put in the cargo box for the ammo, and I have to start building some of the thrusters. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm going to cut here because what you're seeing is basically what's going on. I'm just continuing to build one little bit at a time, weld a little bit, build a little bit. So I'll pick it up after I've gotten a little bit further along. Kind of hoping to get this thing pretty much ready to fly here before the end of the episode. So yeah, don't go away, kids. We'll be right back. Okay, kids, we're back. I have done a lot more welding. It's actually taken me almost a full day to finish up the next little bit that I've done here. And it's not pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but what we have here, I've got 4 large cargo boxes, and yes, I know 2 of them are crooked, but they're going to be buried and I'll never look at them again. I put 2 primary drive thrusters facing to the aft, a handful of downward thrust, a handful of left and right thrust. As you can see, the ship is very unfinished. Like I haven't even put the programmable blocks or the other crap inside the cockpit area that I want. I haven't put in any airlock systems, any oxygen systems, nothing like that. Yes, I know, I'm coming. This is all going to get hooked up here eventually, that sort of thing. But I wanted to, basically, I want to test it out. So what I need to do first is turn the ship on. I'm going to go grab some uranium ore. I think I took an impact on my solar panels here because I noticed a few of them were sparking and damaged. That or my guns are shooting them, I'm not sure which. But I have to keep my eye on that. Okay, uranium level down here. I've had to actually go mining about 4 or 5 times now. To get basically to get the ore I need to finish building as far as I have. I actually made about 3 or 4 trips over to the iron deposit, which is over there. I've also had to make 2 trips to the gold. I've done a couple of passes on the uranium. I want to try and scoop a little bit more of that up yet. This is where I wanted to have the auto miners working, because I could have had 1 or 2 working just on that uranium deposit and the ice deposits down here, 1 or 2 working on getting iron and gold and whatever other resources I needed. but I got to do it manually because you know how Windows is, so then I do it manually. I haven't manufactured any rockets yet. I probably should consider that as well. Okay, and we will put, what do we got here? 131, so we'll say 70. And we'll say 40. And we'll just throw the rest in there and not care about it. Okay. Next thing we need to do is set up our gravity field. So jump in here and we're going to turn the power back on. Okay, and we'll bring up our inventory, our information menu here. Go to Info. Show gravity field range. Go to gravity control panel, gravity generator, show on HUD. And then if I view and scroll out, I should see the gravity generator on HUD, unless it's still turned off, right? Gravity generator right there. Turn that block on. There we go. Now, as you can see, doing that, you can now see the area of effect of the gravity field, which is really helpful if you're trying to have it set up to do just a particular thing. So from here I can go and control panel, gravity generator, field width. Okay, I want that max field height. Okay, well, the hell did width move? Oh, width was this way. Okay. Field width, field height, and depth. I thought there was an offset, but I guess not. Okay. Now what we can do is we can look at this and see what I have going on here. Now I want this field. Generator. We can adjust this a little bit here. Field depth at 2 meters, so we're going to make it thicker. I want it to basically encompass that thing. Now that should generate a gravity field, which is what I want, was just basically a gravity field that extends out in front of the ship and should pull objects into this ship, and it should pull it right into this, into these things. Now of course it is a little offset slightly, but that's not too big of a deal because silly me, you know how it is, I should have made this 3 wide, like a 5 by 5 kind of hole, but the problem is these, the doors here, they're not that wide, so I don't know. Now I don't know if there's a way to change the gravity field to pull or to end right here. I think there's an offset in there somewhere. I just don't know what it is, so that's something I'm going to have to look at. So let's inventory here. Do I got something I can drop? No, let's go grab Let's grab a sample. There's a sample. Now if we come down here into this gravity well, and it says, and you see I have an artificial gravity. I think this is pushing away. So if I go inventory and I drop this, yeah, okay, that's pushing away. So I need to reverse the acceleration on this gravity well. And that is, acceleration is the opposite. Now if I pick up some debris in this gravity field, like for example a block of gravel. Oh, I can't bump it anymore or what? Okay, fine. Right on the edge of the field here. That should fall into the ship and get sucked up by one of the collectors, and in one of my cargo boxes here I should now have some gravity or some gravel. Yeah. Okay, so that works. Now I can use this to fly around and pick up stuff. I don't know how to get this field to to end right here. There is a way to do it. I don't know what it is, but that's okay. Now the other thing we're going to do is we're just going to jump in here, bring up our menu and bring up our info. We're going to convert this to ship. So now it's a ship again. Oh, there's something else I needed to worry about. It probably is. I'll remember it later here. Okay, so if I push button number 7, 8, I don't have any lights on this, I'm sorry, but that should now have the hangar doors closed and the gravity field off. So let's take this out for a test spin here. Next time one of these little green things pop up, we're going to start heading towards it. Ah, there we are, finally. Huh. That's been taking me about 15 minutes or so. I realized I had forgotten a set of thrusters here. Had the void ready for them and I totally forgot to put them in. So yeah, I started drifting around. I kind of was surprising. I also made some missiles, not very much, but enough to have a few. So if I push button 5 now, I should be able to fire some missiles at a rock, or anything else for that matter. Can't see that they would do, they're going to do a lot of damage, but they're missiles. They should shoot down a drone or two anyway. But as I said, this is a test run. We're half finished, the ship's half built. So we're just going to turn off inertial thrusters here and see if we can get up to speed. No idea what kind of performance this ship is going to have at this current design, but it's okay. Braking thrusters on. Now, if I open up the doors, which should be button number 7. Open, please. I overshot the objective here slightly. will probably want to do, is install a couple of cameras on the collector here. What I'm hoping is now oops. I'll have to get myself oriented in the right direction here. Are you flying from me, or is it just because I bumped you? Okay, that did not go according to plan, but we have a plan B. Haha, yes we do. Push on button number 8. Grinders off, add on. Now anything that is left over from that thing, if I can pull it into the gravity well, I should be able to suck it up. Okay, I'd say that was not a successful test, but that's okay. I took some damage here. I'll have to patch this up. That's why I use the heavy armor on this. Grinders are not on, that's fine. So a camera mounted on the center line of this wouldn't be out of the question. Something to give me an idea, point of reference of some sort. When flying, I really would like to know if there is a way to adjust this gravity well on the back so that it doesn't fire that far off behind. Although I suppose what I could do is take the generator off there and actually install it on the front of the ship, like just literally put it in here somewhere and then have the field extend that way so that it would catch things, pull them into the gravity field, and then, you know, when they're in here, and then it hits a zero gravity point somewhere in the middle here. Nah, I don't know. Don't know. It's conundrums, theories for other days, I guess. So there we have it, our first not quite so successful capture of a remote. And obviously not very successful collection of any debris. Well, I suppose I could check inventories and hide empties and just show cargo boxes. I seem to have picked up 1K of ice. I'm not sure what I picked that up from, but I did. So there we go. And we just get back to base. I'm about to log out, and here we have it. One more attempt. So What the heck. We'll go have another go at this guy. We won't come in quite so fast this time because this is, as I said, I still have to get a feeling for how much energy it takes to speed up and slow down this thing. At least until I put additional thrusters on it. I mean, this is basically in a test mode. I have some navigational thrusters on here, but really nowhere near what I need for starting and stopping this craft, especially once it's completed. Although it is fairly close to complete, with the exception of actual drive systems on it. Because it is, essentially it is a scavenger vehicle. Its job is to go out and collect junk like this. Oh, it's hard to judge those. When it says that distance, you think you're there at that distance, but no, of course not. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try it with the gravity field on. Two-dimensional screen looking at a three-dimensional object. What the hell? How fast that thing's traveling now? Oh. You gotta get up to max speed just to catch it. Okay. I'm not sure, but I think I got it caught. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn off. We're going to slow ourselves down here because I got a lot of red. Private sales, mining carriage, military escorts, mining carriage. Okay. So if we jump out of cockpit, and we pop into here, now hopefully, yes, there it is. I have captured the unknown signal. And I can get the special content. Ooh, cow boots. There we go. I was kind of hoping that it would fall into the gravity field here, but I guess not. Why are you saying this is a respawn ship? Oh, there's a bug in the matrix there. Okay, well, it's not working exactly the way I had hoped it would, because that should have fallen back and landed up against these grinders, so at some point I would have been able to just grind it up. So I'll have to play with this a little bit more, but there we have it. That's the first flight of the salvage ship here. Not entirely successful, but not entirely unsuccessful. It's going to take a lot of adjusting to get it to actually function 100% correctly, but that's okay. So thanks all for watching, kids. See you on the next episode. I'm going to do a lot more work on this between now and then. And yeah, we'll look at getting a little bit closer to getting some kind of combat type vehicle, something that's maneuverable, armored, and capable of shooting space pirates. I'll also see if I can figure out how to actually get this gravity field to function the way it's supposed to, not be shooting that far off to the side. And we'll put on some hydrogen thrusters and extra boosters and extra thrusters on this thing so we have a little bit more control, a little bit more acceleration, deacceleration, that sort of thing. And I'll see you on the next episode. Good night for now.